welcome to KraftingKitty. My name is Erin, and
I'm El Toro.
this is Brian, my husband. And we are here for what is normally a Poor Decisions video. Tonight we're going to do, I was tagged by Bridget from Queen's Crafts by Bridget to do the spooky Halloween questions, which in and of itself may not be a poor decision. Enter this man.
Can I have the opportunity to put my foot in my mouth?
There are a lot of questions, and there are a couple of these lists going around. I grabbed my list from Heather the Crochet Witch, and she, sweetie, I didn't tell you this, added a bonus 31st question, because there's 31 days in October. There should be 31 questions.
That makes sense. I don't mean to ruin your party. Please read question number 9.
Well, Heather also noticed that question number 9 was missing. So she added a question 9. So we have a question 9 as well.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yes, Heather is very thorough. And by the way, she's very close to her 3K. Please go check her out if you haven't. Okay, but let us hop in since there are so many questions. 1. Favorite horror or Halloween themed song?
I'm old. Elvira.
Elvira. I remember her. Watched her all the time when I was little.
Elvira.
So, it's so cliche, but I think I'm going to have to go with Thriller.
Oh, sure. That's a good one.
Why not?
Yeah.
Zombies.
Kids, if you haven't seen the Thriller video, go watch it. Greatest music video ever made.
It's very awesome.
Set the genre. When I was a boy, we would rent VHS machines for my birthday, and we would get that video to watch.
Oh, I had no idea you could rent that as a video.
Yep.
Nice.
My parents were cool.
Indeed. Number 2. Name something you wouldn't want to run into in a dark forest or in an abandoned building.
Grizzly bear.
I agree. I'm kind of a scaredy cat, I think. So I think just about anything unexpected would freak me out. But yeah, just really any person I didn't know would terrify me. Number 3. Have you ever played with a Ouija board?
No.
I have. When I was young, we've had one, and I actually got so freaked out by it, I had to get it out of the house when I was 13.
That's good to know. I'm glad you were psychologically scarred early in life.
That's right. I mean, sure, we played it at like sleepovers, and you could tell someone was manipulating it. But my friend Laura and I, in middle school, kind of freshman year, high school, had some weird things. So anyway, freaked me out. Got rid of it. Favorite horror monster or villain?
I don't like horror movies at all.
He doesn't.
Favorite horror monster or villain? I guess I'll say Freddy Krueger because I know who he is.
Yeah, I think he's one of the most well-known. Freddy and Jason and that. Horror monster or villain? I guess I'm gonna go with Michael Myers. The Halloween movies. I like Jamie Lee Curtis.
Did Michael Myers have any superpowers, or was he just like a bad dude?
So, my understanding is, in the early movies, they didn't really explain much other than he was in a mental institution. In some movie, there was some cult named Thorn, and somehow they transferred supernatural powers to Michael, which gave him his immortality.
Wait,
his strength.
Do you mean to tell me in like Halloween 7 they had to retcon the original Halloweens to like make things make sense? I can't imagine they'd have to do that. And then
there's the weird leprechaun mask one in the middle there, so who knows what that was.
Oh, can I then revise my answer?
Absolutely.
Chucky.
Oh, Chucky was freaky.
Oh, he was
any
cool.
doll that... No. Okay, 5. The creepiest thing that's ever happened while you were alone.
I don't know. I'm kind of generally not creeped out by things like that. So probably something going bump in the night that's unexplained. Sorry, I don't have a very funny answer
there. I mean, because you're making funny noises.
It wasn't what I thought you were making noises of, huh?
So,
sorry, children.
I don't know happened while I was alone? I really can't think of anything other than like you have the weird just feelings like
I had a weird thing happen to me too once. It was called feelings.
no, where you
I
just,
quickly
like,
suppressed them, and they haven't shown themselves in years.
happiness once, and it was awful.
Kind of like tickled. Weird.
But no, when you're just like, oh, is someone watching me? Is something else? You know, just like a weird feeling.
Yeah, I don't have any good story
I
like
see.
I
Yeah.
was all alone and a horse came walking through the house.
No. What if you were dared to spend the night in a haunted house? Would you do it?
Yeah?
I would not. Are you superstitious?
No. I have one superstition.
Okay.
When I was a young man in university, I was on the debate team. And my partner and I were doing very poorly, and I helped a little nun down the steps that went to a Jesuit school. And she said she'd pray for me and light a candle, and we started kicking ass immediately after that and won the entire tournament. So I
you started
credit
being kind to nuns?
I credit, yes, nuns lighting candles for me as a boost. Like
Perfect.
a little divine
the direct line to God, and he
that's
yeah.
right.
the
That's right.
team.
That's exactly right. God was like, hey, disadvantage number 3, that's going to be the winner.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Are you superstitious? I'll say yes. I
Really?
mean,
What are you superstitious about?
I don't know. I think there's lots of little things. Like I try not to. Maybe that's not a superstition. Maybe this is just safety. But I will not walk on grates in the sidewalk. Try to walk around them because I'm afraid I'm going to fall through. I guess that's not really a superstition. But I thought about cracks and, step on a crack, break your mother's back. I don't think that's going to happen. But I mean, I try to stay away from going under ladders. And again, I don't know if that's a superstition or that doesn't seem super safe.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to throw salt over my shoulder sometimes, but not all the time. And I don't even know what that's supposed to ward off. That's just, a weird thing you hear.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Do you see figures in your peripheral vision?
Like floaters? I'm old. Do I see figures? Like I think they mean like apparitions?
Yeah, I think
But when I hear figures, I'm like, ooh, the number 8. Ooh.
Spreadsheet.
Right.
Spreadsheets.
Ooh.
The PowerPoint is coming for
Pie.
you. 3.14. 159. That's as far as I know, though. I think there's a 2 after that.
Ooh.
I don't think I've ever seen a figure. Like sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I have to pee, and I'll be like, whoa! But it's like the blanket. So I don't think that counts. Okay, so now we've come to the elusive number 9, which Heather replaced with, what's your favorite Halloween candy?
Snickers.
Snickers? Those are good. I like Almond Joys.
Good choice.
Mm-hmm. Do you prefer gory horror movies or thrillers? Psychological thrillers?
Neither. I don't like anything scary.
He doesn't like scary movies.
I don't like scary movies at all.
I prefer the psychological thrillers. I think they're more interesting.
I cried at Secretariat.
I've never seen Secretariat.
Don't. It's
I don't
tearjerker.
watch animal movies because they do get me too emotional. I'm one of those people who checks the "Did the dog die?" website. So actually, I have a story about that. The kiddos love Bluey, the cartoon Bluey, and my son was watching an episode, Copycat, and they have a hurt bird, and he's getting all worked up, and he's like, "Mommy, is the birdie gonna be okay?" And I said, "Honey, it's on Disney. Of course he'll be okay. The bird dies."
Yeah.
I was like,
They kill that bird off. The only thing they didn't do is make buffalo wings out of it.
the poor budgie didn't make it. Okay. Do you believe in multiple dimensions or worlds?
Of course.
I think I do too. It just, everything seems so infinite, and there's a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah, I mean that now, do I believe in multiple dimensions and multiple worlds simultaneously existing at the same point in the space-time continuum? That I don't know about, but surely there was a big bang and contraction before this one, and et cetera, et cetera. So, of course I do.
Interesting. Have you ever made a potion of any sort? I think this is one question where it splits the girls and the boys. Because I think girls played differently as children than boys did sometimes.
Well, you're going to have to explain this one to me.
I mean, girls would sit together and mix strange stuff when they're playing and call it a potion. Pretend we're witches. Pretend we're the evil queen. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we just peed in somebody's Gatorade bottle. How they drank it after basketball practice.
I guess that's a potion.
That's a potion.
I mean, some people are
so it's a yes.
That tea and coffee could be considered potions. So.
Well, I mean, everything's a yes.
Do you get scared easily?
Yes, that's why I don't like horror movies.
I think I do too. Have you ever played Bloody Mary?
I've drank a Bloody Mary. They're only okay. I don't love them.
I don't like them either. I don't like there's like vinegariness to it. I don't like. Again, sleepovers, yes, but it was always a group of girls giggling, and who knows if we did the proper rituals. Teenage slumber parties were strange times.
This is going to shock our readers. I was not invited to teenage girl slumber parties. It's a general rule when I was growing up.
Do you believe in demons or the devil? And or the devil? I don't know. Just a slash.
No. And I won't go too deeply into my personal religious beliefs on this one, but no.
No, I never think you have to.
You know, there was a show I used to watch where the devil was on Earth. What was
Lucifer.
that? Lucifer.
That's what I was going to say. I would like to believe in that Lucifer.
Well, I mean, it's interesting because, like you know, Lucifer would, beat up sinners. And people would say, well, you're the devil. Don't you supposed to love sinners? And he says, well, no, I hate them. I punish them.
Mm-hmm. He's the
and I thought,
I like the whole... I don't
that's
know
interesting.
If that's from the comics. I love Neil Gaiman. I love him. But I don't know if that's from the story or not. I kind of feel like that's something that would be his story, that Lucifer is the devil, but he doesn't choose the punishment. It's the person who's punishing themselves. And if you actually forgave yourself or something, you could then get out of hell.
That feels very Neil Gaiman-esque.
It does. Yeah. You're home alone, but you hear footsteps in your house. What do?
Take off my shirt and hope it's my wife.
I freak the F out.
Sorry, children.
I freak out. The number of times I have, again, waking up to pee, or something startles me and it's a cat or something, and I've been like, Brian, wake up! There's a noise downstairs. He probably hates it. But I do it all the time. And no, I'm not alone there. So if it happened when I was alone, you bet your bottom I would be freaking out. Okay. If you got trapped in one scary movie, which would you choose?
I have to pick a scary movie.
If you were trapped in the story or the realm.
You go first. I have to think.
Oh, so I want to pick one where I think I could actually survive. What do I think I could actually survive? Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to beat anybody up. I don't know.
Can I pick a music video?
You want to get stuck in Thriller?
No.
Dance with the Zombies?
Nope. There's the Madonna song where it's like the bullfighter. For someone like me, that's terrifying. But it's a free trip to Spain, so I'm going to take it.
Oh, Spain would be lovely.
So this used to be my playground. I won't sing it.
It was.
For fear of copyright strikes.
No,
I think it's a
maybe.
good song.
I think it was. Oh, so when I was watching this, other people answer these. I thought of this one, and I thought I had a good one, and now I don't remember it. If I got trapped in one scary movie, which would you choose? You know what? It would probably be, I don't know. Like the Scream movies feel like I could survive them.
Yeah.
It's like, just don't be stupid.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen all of them. I've really only seen the first one. If you could only wear one Halloween costume for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I don't know. I haven't dressed up for Halloween in years, so...
No, it generally doesn't.
Gorilla costume, I guess. I don't know. It's warm.
That would be fun. Yeah, you wouldn't get cold trick-or-treating.
That's right.
Me... I mean, for so many years I've worn that princess dress I sewed myself. but I don't think I want to be stuck in that one forever, although I've been stuck in it for many years. I tried to base it off of the Arwen gown.
I tell you, you show up with a Princess Leia dress one time.
It's not Princess Leia. I would like a Princess Leia dress. Maybe that will be my answer. I would want to be Princess Leia. And I could be Princess Leia in any, I'm not talking slave girl.
Well, I was.
I would be, yeah, if I could be like anything, if I pick out one of her outfits from, what's the third of the sequels? Or the second of the sequels? Whatever.
Okay.
When she was an older Carrie Fisher. You could do that, or you could do Ewok Leia, or, yeah, I'd be Princess Leia.
Perfect.
Would you ever go to a graveyard at night?
Yeah, no problem.
If I am not alone, yes. In a zombie apocalypse, what is your weapon of choice?
Okay, smart money initially is on a shotgun. You're going to run out of bullets. I'm going to go for the tried and true spear. Boink, boink.
Yeah, you get distance and you can still poke them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason for like 1,000 years everybody carried spears. Probably 5,000 years.
Probably. I guess I would go with... See, I'd be afraid I'd injure myself as well, so I don't know. But probably like a machete or... Oh, I could be... My Highlander dreams could come true and I could have a katana. It's a zombie apocalypse. I'm probably not lasting long anyway.
Baby, katanas are from Japan.
I know, but Highlander.
Oh,
there could
okay.
be only one. Don't give him a cloud.
Okay.
Connor McLeod, have a katana.
Okay.
No, I'm not talking Scottish broadsword. That's too heavy. I would wear a kilt, though. Women didn't, but I would. Okay, would you rather go to a Halloween party or go trick-or-treating?
Because we have young children, trick-or-treating. Like, to see them that excited.
They get so
They get pretty amped up.
So last year they were trick-or-treating, and Chomps is a very thoughtful child. And he would get up to the door and he'd look at the bowl and very carefully select which candy he wanted. And then you'd see little Bingo in her hand sneaking up the bowl, putting it in. She peed out like a bandit.
Yeah, and our son would like talk to them. Hi, what do you have in here? Do you have chocolate? I really like Kit Kats. Do you like Kit Kats? If you don't have any Kit Kats, you like Almond Joy? Almond Joy's my mom's favorite. Meanwhile,
Oh, like we stopped her at first, and then people were like, oh, it's okay, it's cute. So then we just let her go. You're in a horror movie. Are you the final girl or guy, the first to die, the comic relief, the skeptic, the smart one, or the killer?
I'm the smart one.
I think you would be. For me, I guess I would hope I would be the smart one, but maybe I'd probably just end up being the comic relief who dies first. Or we did go to a murder mystery party years ago, and I was the killer. No one suspected me whatsoever. I murdered my daddy in that show. Or that, not show, it's a murder mystery. It wasn't my actual father. The person who was playing my father was a different guy.
Can we just say I murdered my daddy? Never again, please.
Yep. Do you have to watch something happy after watching a horror movie so you can go to sleep? So
I have to watch something happy so I don't have PTSD after watching a horror movie.
yeah,
so,
he
yes.
just doesn't watch them. So yeah, I do as well. I have to watch something happy. You have to palate cleanse before I can sleep. Whilst watching scary movies, are you the person who yells at the characters, the person with their eyes covered the whole time, or the person who falls asleep?
I'm the person who gets up and leaves.
Yeah.
Like, not my thing. Sorry.
Yeah. I tend to yell at the characters. What are you doing, you weirdo? There was an open door. Are you the one who gets scared or the one who does the scaring?
Well, I mean, that depends. You know, am I topless or not? Because if I'm topless, I'm the one that does the scaring. Sorry, children.
I think we've established I'm a scaredy cat, so I get scared. What's your favorite scary book?
Oh, I don't read a lot of fiction.
He doesn't.
I
mean, there's a lot of nonfiction that I think would be terrifying. Like, I had to stop listening to the Hardcore Histories, the podcast, because I was getting so emotional.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the tough thing, right? Like no matter how horrible a horror movie can be made up, like real life is actually sometimes worse.
Mm-hmm. That's my favorite ending of an X-Files episode too, where it's the first one with Donnie Pfaster, and Mulder's voiceover at the end is saying, you know, what was the scariest thing was that it could happen to you. And that was the kind of first episode that he wasn't supposed to be paranormal. They retconned it later that he was like possessed by a demon or something, but at the beginning he was not supposed to be paranormal.
He was just a bad dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I never answered what's my favorite scary book, and neither did you. Sorry. I took over with X-Files talk.
My favorite scary book?
Mm-hmm. You don't have to have one.
I don't have one. Sorry, I have no opinion, and I guess that's okay.
I guess I don't know what counts as scary. I haven't read a ton of Stephen King. I did in high school. I read It. I read The Stand. I read I never read Pet Sematary. I read a lot of Stephen King. Misery, but I don't think any of those were my favorite. Can I say Anne Rice Interview with a Vampire? Is that a scary story?
Sure.
Yeah. How old were you when you saw your first horror movie?
Can I rephrase the question a little bit?
Yep.
How old was I the first time I saw a movie that really scared and bothered me?
Yeah, go for it.
I would have been between 7 and 9. No, maybe more like 8 to 10. And it was RoboCop.
Oh.
And I was at like a boy's birthday party in my class. And I distinctly remember after RoboCop, somebody put in the Disney Robin Hood. And someone said like, oh, it's really nice to watch something fun and light. These weren't quite the exact words, right? But fun and light after watching something so scary. And I'm like, yeah. So RoboCop was the first scary movie I ever watched. It really bothered me. Like the guy's face and everything. And
I can understand that. I think I was probably, I don't know the exact age. I remember the house I lived in, so I was probably about 9. And it was I don't know the name of it, but it was the Nightmare on Elm Street where there's a pizza and the sausages turn into people's faces. Freaked me out for a long time.
how old were you? Do I
I
need to retroactively call CPS on behalf of your parents?
I had an older cousin who I hung out with many times, and she was 4 years older. So.
Oh, great. So the 13-year-old is popping open Freddy Krueger for the 9-year-old? Lovely.
I often hung out with her and her friends.
Yeah, she's cool.
Mm-hmm.
We're good to this day.
Mm-hmm. What was your first Halloween costume?
Probably a ghost. I don't remember.
I believe I was a pumpkin based on pictures. I do not recall. What are you going to be for Halloween this year?
I really want to dress up and steal my neighbor's hoodie and go as the most terrifying and evil person in modern society, and that is an Amazon warehouse manager.
I thought you were going to try to steal his dinosaur hoodie.
No. I just want to, like, I'm an Amazon warehouse manager hoodie and just be like, get to work, get to work, get to work.
Faster.
Yeah.
What am I going to be for Halloween this year? So, likely Bingo will insist I wear the princess dress again. I would like to wear that outfit I bought at Gen Con that I've never actually worn. It's, should I tell the story? I'll tell the story. We were at Gen Con. Okay, so it was before Chomps was born. Was that 6 years ago?
Probably 7 or 8 years ago.
Anyway, so he was going to go do a Magic the Gathering tournament or something. And I was like, okay, but that leaves me alone. What should I do? So I wandered the vendor hall. And before I did that, I said, if you leave me alone too long, I am going to buy one of those corset outfits. And
so I tried to delay as much as possible.
I mean, his tournament kept going, and I like checked on him, and it just kept going and going, and I was like, screw it, I'm buying it. And I did, and they helped me put it on, and then I went to the tournament and greeted him wearing the outfit. I guess I have worn it once. I wore it that day.
Didn't perform so well after that.
I bought it. It's a TARDIS blue, and my intent was trying to make it into a cosplay where I was the TARDIS. I never made it, but it's still...
That's cool.
I would like to wear it at some point.
That's a cool idea.
Number 30, so we're almost done. If you could have a spooky Halloween pet, what would you pick? And they gave examples of black cat, owl, bat, rat, or wolf.
Black cat, owl, bat, rat, or wolf?
Mm-hmm. But I think it could be any Halloween pet if you could think of a different one.
I guess the cat. Like, rats don't seem particularly fun. Wolf will try to kill me. Owls, not super cuddly. I'm taking the cat.
It would be cool to have a raven. I could be like the Raven Master. We met him he led our human tour at the Tower of London.
Yes, if you're in London, go to the Tower of London and get the free tour. It's phenomenal.
The human warders are phenomenal. And he was a very good storyteller. So our bonus 31. What is your favorite type of paranormal or supernatural creature? For example, werewolf, vampire, ghost, etc., etc.
Minotaur.
I'll give it to you. I think mythical creatures would also qualify. Favorite paranormal or supernatural creature? I mean, I think it's gotta be vampires. No! Paranormal, supernatural. Do, like, fairies count? Like the fae folk? Because a fairy would be kind of cool. Although in some stories they're pretty terrifying. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going with vampire unless fairies count.
Perfect.
And
I'll go with Minotaur, and if not that, then like Cthulhu.
The devourer of worlds. He rises. Okay, so thank you so much, Bridget, for tagging us. Check her out if you haven't. And if you've made it this far, we have to tag some folks. So I'll be honest, I haven't checked to see if these people have answered it. So we could be tagging people who've already done it or have been tagged elsewhere. Sorry. So we are going to tag Jenna at Jenna Stitches. You're it. And then we're going to tag Jeannie T from All About Yarn it's like GDT : All About Yarn, Knit and Crochet. Jeannie, you're it. And then I always try to tag somebody who I have not yet shouted out. So I'm going to tag CMM Designs. Check her out. Her channel is small. She's growing. She's awesome. She's doing Vlogtober. So check it out and get to know her. She makes beautiful things. So check out Tiffany at CMM Designs. And Tiffany, you are tagged. Do you have anything else you want to add?
I would like to compliment myself on not commenting when you said he rises as the last thing before the tags. Yes, he does. Have a good night, everyone. Sorry, children.